Hello, welcome to day of reading through the Bible. I'm Toni Henderson-Mayers. I'll be your reader. I'm known as an actor, a director, producer, professor, but most important, I'm a child of God. And I'm also known as an entrepreneur too, as well. If you want to know more about me, join my Toni Henderson-Mayers YouTube channel. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe and ring the notification bell for that channel and this one so you'll know every time I upload a new video. So, you ready to read God's word? Let's go. Well, hello there. We are continuing with our read through the Bible, and today we start a new book, the Book of Solomon, or the Song of Songs. And Solomon is given credit for writing the majority of this book, which is a book of songs or love poems. However, there's times where it seems like the beloved or the woman is writing the songs or love poems, and you can decide for yourself, auntie. Okay. Buckle up your seatbelts, honey, because it's about to get steamy. All right. These are considered the books of poetry, and possibly maybe I'll do some videos too of the introductions of each one of these books where we could talk about it further. Chapter 1, we're reading Solomon chapter 1 through 8. Um, Solomon's Song of Songs. She. Let him kiss me with the kisses of his mouth, for your love is more delightful than wine. Pleasing is the fragrance of your perfumes. Your name is like perfume poured out. No wonder the young women love you. Take me away with you. Let us hurry. Let the king bring me into his chambers. Friends. We rejoice and delight in you. We praise your love more than wine. She. How right they are to adore you. Dark am I, yet lovely. Daughters of Jerusalem, dark like the tents of Kedar, like the tent curtains of Solomon. Do not stare at me because I am dark. Do not because I am darkened by the sun. Let's read that one more time, okay? Do not stare at me because I am dark, because I am darkened by the sun. My mother's sons were angry with me and made me take care of the vineyards. My own vineyard I had to neglect. Tell me, you whom I love, where, where you graze your flocks and where you rest your sheep at midday. Friends, if you do not know most beautiful of women, follow the tracks of the sheep and graze your young goats by the tents of the shepherds. He, I liken you, my darling, to a mare among Pharaoh's chariot horses. Your cheeks are beautiful with earrings, your neck with strings of jewels. We will make your earrings of gold, studded with silver. She, while the king was at his table, my perfume spread its fragrance. My beloved is to me a sachet of myrrh resting between my breasts. My beloved is to me a cluster of henna blossoms from the vineyards of En Gedi. He, how beautiful you are, my darling. Oh, how beautiful your eyes are doves. She, how handsome you are, my beloved. Oh, how charming, and our bed is verdant. He, the beams of our house are cedars, our rafters are firs. She, in chapter 2, I am a rose of Sharon, a lily of the valleys. He, like a lily among thorns, is my darling among the young women. She, like an apple tree among the trees of the forest, is my beloved among the young men. I delight to sit at his ta- at I delight to sit in his shade, and his fruit is sweet to my taste. Let him lead me to the banquet hall, and let his banner over me be love. Strengthen me with raisins, refresh me with apples, for I am faint with love. His left arm is under my head, and his right arm embraces me. Daughter of Jerusalem, I charge you by the gazelles and by the does of the field. Do not arouse or awaken love until it so desires. Listen, my beloved, look. Here he comes, leaping across the mountains, bounding over the hills. My beloved is like a gazelle or a young stag. Look, here, look, there he stands behind our wall, gazing through the windows, peering through the lattice. My beloved spoke and said to me, Arise, my darling, my beautiful one, come with me. See, the winter is past. The rains are over and gone. Flowers appear on the earth. The seasons of singing has come. The cooing of doves is heard in our land. The fig tree forms its early fruit. The blossoming vines spread their fragrance. Arise, come, my darling, my beautiful one, come with me. He, my dove in the clefts of the rock, in the hiding places on the mountainside. Show me your face. Let me hear your voice, for your voice is sweet and your face is lovely. Catch for us the foxes, the little foxes that ruin the vineyards, our vineyards that are in bloom. She, my beloved is mine, and I am his. He browses among the lilies until the day breaks and the shadows flee. Turn, my beloved, and be like a gazelle or like a young stag on the rugged hills. Chapter 3. All night I long on my bed. I looked for the one my heart loves. I looked for him, but did not find him. I will get up now and go about the city, through the streets and the squares. I will search for the one my heart loves. So I looked for him, but did not find him. The watchmen found me as they made their rounds in the city. Have you seen the one my heart loves? Scarcely had I passed them when I found the one my heart loves. I held him and would not let him go till I had brought him to my mother's house, to the room of the one who conceived me. Daughters of Jerusalem, I charge you by the gazelles and by the does of the field, do not arouse or awaken love until it so desires. Who is this coming up from the wilderness like a column of smoke, perfumed with myrrh and incense made from all the spices of the merchant? Look, it is Solomon's carriage, escorted by 60 warriors, the noblest of Israel, all of them wearing the sword, all experienced in battle, each with his sword at his side, prepared for the terrors of the night. King Solomon made for himself the carriage. He made it of wood from Lebanon. Its post he made of silver, its base of gold. Its seat was upholstered with purple, as interior inlaid with love. Daughters of Jerusalem, come out and look. You daughters of Zion, look on King Solomon wearing a crown, the crown with which his mother crowned him on the day of his wedding, the day his heart rejoiced. Chapter 4. He, how beautiful you are, my darling. Oh, how beautiful. Your eyes behind your veil are doves. Your hair is like a flock of goats descending from the hills of Gilead. Your teeth are like a flock of sheep just shorn, coming up from the washing. Each with its twin. Each has its twin. Not one of them is alone. Your lips are like a scarlet ribbon. Your mouth is lovely. Your temples behind your veil are like the halves of a pomegranate. Your neck is like the Tower of David, built with courses of stone. On it hang 1,000 shields, and of them shields of warriors. Your breasts are like two fawns, like twin fawns of a gazelle that browse among the lilies. Until the day breaks and the shadows flee, I will go to the mountain of myrrh and to the hill of incense. You are altogether beautiful, my darling. There is no flaw in you. Come with me from Lebanon, my bride. Come with me from Lebanon. Descend from the crest of Amana, from the top of Shanir, the summit of Hermon, from the lion's dens and the mountain haunts of leopards. You have stolen my heart, sister, and my bride. You have stolen my heart with one glance of your eyes, with one jewel of your necklace. How delightful is your love, my sister, my bride. How much more pleasing is your love than wine, and the fragrance of your perfume than any spice. Your lips drop sweetness as the honeycomb, my bride. Milk and honey are under your tongue. The fragrance of your garments is like the fragrance of Lebanon. You are a garden locked up, my sister, my bride. You are a spring enclosed, a sealed fountain. Your plants are an orchard of pomegranates with choice fruit, with henna and nard and saffron, calamus and cinnamon, with every kind of incense tree, with myrrh and aloes and all the finest spices. You are a garden fountain, a well of flowing water streaming down from Lebanon. She, awake, north wind, and come, south wind, blow on my garden that its fragrance may spread everywhere. Let my beloved come into this garden and taste its choice fruits. Well, well. Chapter 5. I have come into my garden, my sister, my bride. I have gathered my myrrh with my spice. I have eaten my honeycomb and my honey. I have drunk my wine and my milk. Friends, eat, friends, and drink. Drink your fill of love. She, I slept, but my heart was awake. Listen, my beloved is knocking. Open to me, my sister, my darling, my dove, my flawless one. My head is drenched with dew, my hair with the dampness of the night. I have taken off my robe. Must I put it on again? I have washed my feet. Must I soil them again? My beloved thrust his hand through the latch opening. My heart began to pound for him. I arose to open for my beloved, and my hands dripped with myrrh, my fingers with flowing myrrh on the handle of the bolt. I opened for my beloved, but my beloved had left. He was gone. My heart sank at his departure. I looked for him, but did not find him. I called him, but he did not answer. The watchmen found me as they made their rounds in the city. They beat me, they bruised me, they took away my cloak, those watchmen on the walls. Daughters of Zion, I charge you, if you find my beloved, what will you tell him? Tell him I am faint with love. Friends, how is your beloved better than others, most beautiful of women? How is your beloved better than others that you so charge us? She, my beloved is radiant and ruddy, outstanding among 10,000. His head is purest gold. His hair is wavy and black as raven. His eyes are like doves by the water stream washed in milk, mounted like jewels. His cheeks are like beds of spice yielding perfume. His lips are like lilies dripping with myrrh. His arms are like rod of gold set with topaz. His body is like polished ivory decorated with lapis lazuli. His legs are pillars of marble, yet on basis of pure gold. His appearance is like Lebanon, choice as its cedars. His mouth is sweet itself. He is altogether lovely. This is my beloved, this is my friend, daughters of Jerusalem. Chapter 6. Friends. Where has your beloved gone, most beautiful of women? Which way did your beloved turn, that we may look for him with you? She, my beloved has gone down to his garden, to the bed of spices, to browse in the gardens and to gather lilies. I am my beloved's, and my beloved is mine. He browses among the lilies. He, you are as beautiful as Tirzah, my darling, as lovely as Jerusalem, as majestic as troops with banners. Turn your eyes from me. They overwhelm me. Your hair is like a flock of goats descending from Gilead. Your teeth are like a flock of sheep coming from the washing. Each has its twin. Not one of them is missing. Your temples behind your veil are like halves of a pomegranate. 60 queens there may be, and 80 concubines, and virgins beyond number. But my dove, my perfect one, is unique, the only daughter of her mother, the favorite of the one who bore her. The young women saw her and called her blessed. The queens and concubines praised her. Friends, who is this that appears like the dawn, fair as the moon, bright as the sun, majestic as the stars in procession? He. I went down to the grove of nut trees to look at the new growth in the valley, to see if the vines had budded or the pomegranates were in bloom. Before I realized it, my desire set me among the royal chariots of my people. Friends, come back, O Shulamite, come back, that we may gaze on you. He, why would you gaze on the Shulamite as the dance of Mahanaim? Chapter 7. How beautiful your sandal feet, O prince's daughter. Your graceful legs are like jewels, the work of an artist's hands. Your navel is a round goblet that never lacks blended wine. Your waist is a mound of wheat encircled by lilies. Your breasts are like two fawns, like twin fawns of a gazelle. Your neck is like an ivory tower. Your eyes are like the pools of Heshbon by the gate of Bath Rabbin. Your nose is like the tower of Lebanon looking toward Damascus. Your head crowns you the your head crowns you like Mount Carmel. Your hair is like royal tapestry. The king is held captive by its tresses. I think it's twisted like mine. What you think? How beautiful are you are and how pleasing, my love, with your delights. Your stature is like that of the palm, and your breasts like clusters of fruit. I said, I will climb the palm tree. I will take hold of its fruit. May your breasts be like the clusters of grapes on the vine, the fragrance of your breath like apples, and your mouth like the best wine. She. May the wine go straight to my beloved, flowing gently over lips and teeth. I belong to my beloved, and his desire is for me. Come, my beloved, let us go to the countryside. Let us spend the night in the villages. Let us go early to the vineyard to see if the vines have budded, if their blossoms have opened, and if the pomegranates are in bloom. There I will give you my love. The mandrakes send out their fragrance, and at our door is every delicacy, bold, new, and old, that I have stored up for you, my beloved. Chapter 8, our last chapter reading for today. If only you were like me, like a brother who was nursed at my mother's breast. Then I found you outside. I would kiss you, and no one would despise me. I would lead you and bring you to my mother's house. She has she who has taught me. I would give you spice wine to drink, the nectar of my pomegranates. His left arm is under my head, and his right arm embraces me. Daughters of Jerusalem, I charge you, do not arouse or awaken love until it so desire. Friends, who is this coming up from the wilderness, leaning on her beloved? She. Under the apple tree I roused you. There your mother conceived you. There she, who was in labor, gave you birth. Place me like a seal over your heart, like a seal on your arm. Your love is as strong as death, its jealousy unyielding as the grave. It burns like blazing fire, like a mighty flame. Many waters cannot quench love, rivers cannot sweep it away. If one were to give all the wealth of one's house for love, it would be utterly scorned. Friends, we have a little sister, and her breasts are not yet grown. What shall we do for our sister on the day she is spoken for? If she is a wall, we will build towers of silver on her. If she is a door, we will enclose her with panels of cedar. She, I am a wall, and my breasts are like towers. Thus I have become in his eyes like one bringing contentment. Solomon had a vineyard in Baal Hamon. He let out his vineyard to tenants. He let out his vineyard to tenants. Each one, each was to bring for its fruit 1,000 shekels of silver. But my own vineyard is mine to give. The 1,000 shekels are for you, Solomon, and 200 are for those who tend its fruits. He, you who dwell in the gardens with friends and attendants, let me hear your voice. She, come away, my beloved, and be like a gazelle or like a young stag on the spice-laden mountains. Ooh, child, may the Lord add a blessing to the reading and hearing of his holy word. So we read the entire book of the Song of Solomon, or the Song of Songs. And these are make sure you like, comment, and subscribe and ring that notification bell so you know every time I upload a new video. And so these books are actually songs. Um, uh, led to believe that they were written by Solomon, and some were, but you could clearly see that a woman also wrote it as well. And I like this version of the Bible because it labels what the friends are saying, what she's saying, and what he is saying. And it just shows you. I know some commentators will say this shows God's love for his people. We don't get deep, jail. But I think also it's just really showing a love between a man and a woman. Um, and even though Solomon had all these concubines and all these wives, but you know what? There's always just one person. Let me get my water while y'all think about that, child. There's always just one that will blow the whole spot up, honey. And it seemed like this one was a sister child. Oh, yeah. Okay. When you get the descriptions of what she looked like, and it gave a little description on Solomon, said his skin was like Lebanon. We need to look that one up, honey. Okay. But anyway, what a beautiful, beautiful celebration of love between a man and a woman. I know for some people it's so hard for them to swallow because they so extra holy. Some of us, we just need prayer, child. It's just the love between God and his people. Okay, it could be that too, but it's obviously a love between man and a woman. And I just love the description of how sometimes you're so lovesick. I mean, you just sick. You just gotta be near the person you love, and you just gotta be in their arms, and you have to be around them. And how Solomon can break down what he loves about his woman, all the physical traits, and she is into his strength and his position and what he does, but there's still a true love. But it shows the differences of what women see that's important to them and what men see and what's important to them, but somehow they meet in the middle. And in this particular case, it wasn't always just all about the physical, because Solomon had it all, honey. At one point he had 700 wives and 300 concubines, or vice versa. It's 1,000 women, child. Uh-uh. But when this woman came, she blew up the spot. Okay. She blew up the spot. And so it's just really, really beautiful to see that, and to know that it was so important even to put in the Bible. When you look at Genesis, when God brings Adam and Eve together and they procreate and all of that, that was one of the first institutions put in the Bible, is the marriage, is the relationship between Adam and Eve, the joining of together by God, not necessarily the joining together by yourselves and what you want. And possibly, I believe this is what made the difference. Not just that she was, she looked good and he looked good and all that stuff, but that God had put it together. and it was so highlighted in this book. I would love to know what you think and what you found and what you uplifted from this text. I would love to go on and on, but I got one more reading to do, and I'm really trying to conserve my voice. So, with that being said, make sure you visit my website at www.tonyhenderson-mayers. I would love to see you there. I would love to be able to come by your church, your organization, to speak, to share, or what have you. And in the future, we probably will have some meetups and some other things. So you definitely want to connect with me. Well, the word of God is a lamp unto our feet. It is a light unto our path. We will hide God's word in our hearts that we may not sin against God. Take care, and I will see you tomorrow, God willing. Bye. Hey there. Thank you so much for checking out my video, and I want you to check out my website at ToniHendersonMayers.com. You can find out about me in film and stage. You can also find out about the wise courtship philosophy and everything that that I do, speaking across the country, and the book that I've written. And of course, you can go on to my online store where you can learn a lot of information about business, get coaching sessions, online courses, and so much more. Not only that, I have an Etsy store, which the website of all of these things are in my description. So make sure you go to my Etsy shop, which is called Faith, Hope, and Love Center. Make sure you go to that so you can get t-shirts, and I'm adding things every day, t-shirts, mugs, masks, all types of things. And the link that's going to take you to all of the books that we're using pretty much in our Read Through the Bible series. So here are the journals. This reflection journal is so that you can write and take notes. And this one has a lot of study information and will help you keep organized as you're studying the Bible. This is the Bible that I read from, the NIV Study Bible. Of course, Wise Courtship is here, and some of the other books that I wrote. Yes, God is Real, and also I Rise, Stories of Triumph. It's just a great encouragement tool. So walk on over to the stores and give us some support. I think you're going to be blessed by the products. Take care.